is my audio and video clear? If it is clear, just write clear in the chat box. क्या मेरी आवाज आ रही है
Yes,
सबको? If you guys can
yes,
hear me
sir.
out, you can use the chat
हाँ
box,
क्लियर है
guys.
सर।
Clear, bang on, great, great, great. For the people, those who are connected on the Zoom, right, as well as waiting for the confirmation on YouTube Live. YouTube की जनता, बोल दो भाई, बोल दो. Right, I'm really happy. Right, yes, I think YouTube पे भी audio and video is clear. Perfect. So great, guys. First of all, welcome everyone to this pre-kickoff session for GI 2.0. Right, I'd be really happy for the people who are sitting in the Zoom session if they can keep their videos on because I love to interact with folks. Right, today you have a choice to keep your videos off. Tomorrow you will not have a choice to keep your videos off. Right, because from tomorrow morning, sharp at 7 o'clock, your batch is going to be starting. It's our GIR batch 2.0, batch number one. Right. So just before that short summary, we have completed 81 batches of GIR, which is Getting Interview Ready workshop. 81 batches are done and dusted. 82nd batch is going to be starting. That is for a freshly qualified chartered accountant. So those who are not aware of GIR, what is GIR? GIR is a Getting Interview Ready, which is a program which we specifically run for freshly qualified CAs. Right. This is GI 2.0, the advanced version in the era of AI. Right. And in fact, I've included some portion of additional one course as a part of a free giveaway for you guys. This is that we are preparing one course on AI, and that is also going to be given to you guys free of cost if you're part of this batch. So that how you can leverage and use AI in your corporate life, and you can get and switch the job faster. Right. Now, let's start with the very basic stuff. Who am I and what all things are there? But before that, one thing I just want to do, and that is I want to salute all of you guys. Right? Salute for two things. Of course, the first one is to wake up early in the morning. Right? That is the most tougher one because tomorrow morning you have a class starting at 7. Right? Your batch is going to be starting sharp at 7 a.m. in the morning, and it's going to be going till 1:30. Right? Don't worry, you'll have a proper break till morning break where you will be getting your time for refreshment and everything out. But yes, first salute is for that. Second salute is for the reason that your life is not going to be easy for next 2 weeks, right? Because every change comes with a distraction in few things, right? And you have to be very, very focused. So sorry, my screen is not loading. Office starts. So that is why we have kept it out on the weekend, guys. I can completely understand, right? Few people have their offices. So second thing is that your days are going to be really busy in terms of homework, in terms of curriculum. So a lot of things will be given it to you guys where you'll be expected to complete in the weekdays. So what is the schedule of a batch? I don't know you're aware of it or not, but we'll go to it. The batch is a weekend batch, which is going to be there for 2 weeks. So we have batch on 6th and 7th. And then upcoming days, where we have batch on, I think, 13th and 14th, if I'm not wrong. Right. So we have a weekend batch, which is there, right? And where you'll be getting a lot more things to learn around, right? So 13th and 14th and 6th and 7th. But during the weekdays, you'll be expected to complete a lot of stuff which is there, which will help you to get where you want to get. Right? The end goal of this batch is we want you to help and know your real worth, right? Either by getting an offer into a company or knowing that worth that whether you should stay in the existing company or not and in which departments, right? Let's understand who am I before you're going to be there because many of you are going to be meeting me for the first time. If you can just let me know, are you connecting for the first time or a second time? Or you have known me before? If you can just put it in the chat, it would be uh, uh, really happy for you. It would be great for me. Can we get a backup? Yes, we'll cover everything. क्या आप मेरे को पहली बार interact कर रहे हो or you have interacted with me before? Second time. Fan ho. Oh, ho. Second time. Okay, we're a part of a GR batch. First time. First time. Okay. GR 47. Okay. Second time. Okay. First time. Chalo, great. So for that, just a brief about me. Right? Who am I? I am a qualified chartered accountant. I've cleared in this 2019 attempt. So it has been almost a 5 years of experience I'm having in interview training placements. One of the great USP which I will be helping out in this, and that is my students are in the company you can think of. So almost 5 years I'm working into this space. We have more than 15,000 now chartered accountants working in every company. One of the part of your assignment of week one will be to find out a company where you want to go. So let's take example. Currently, you're working in Reliance. I'll help you to define and help you find out which companies are possible where you can easily switch. So let's say you find out that from Reliance, I can get into Wipro, or I can get into Infosys, or I can get into Zepto. Okay, we'll discuss in the class how you can go and all this stuff. Once you define that, I'll be helping you out with the references also in the class because I have my students in every company, right? So I'll help you refer into those companies where my students are there, and it is going to be acting as a win-win situation for you guys. That is number one. So one of the great USP we have is you name the company where students are there. Number two, the biggest challenge with every qualified chartered accountant is job सबको बदलना है. Everybody is sitting out here wants to change a job. But the problem is CV ही नहीं बन रहा है यार. मतलब वो मन नहीं लग रहा है. मतलब I can understand, right? You guys are very busy in a corporate life. Your boss is troubling you out weekend, weekdays, right? वो हो ही नहीं पा रहा है. वो flow ही नहीं आ रहा है, right? That is a major pain problem. I can understand it out. राइट. बैठते हैं बट क्या व्हाट्सअप आ जाता है, कभी रील आ जाती है, दोस्त बोलता है चले क्लब चले. तो वो सब हो रहा है, राइट. दिस आर द मेजर प्रॉब्लम्स व्हिच इज देयर. वन ऑफ द ग्रेट थिंग विद दिस बैचेस, यू विल बी, इट्स अ लाइव बैच, एंड ऑफ कोर्स द फ्लो इज गोना बी मेंटेन्ड, right? So whatever is needed out, you will be able to complete it out within the batch itself. Because if you are not aware of me, if you don't do it, someone else will do it. और आपको डंडा भी मिलेगा क्लास में, right? Although you are a qualified CA with some great exposure, but don't worry, we'll be taking care of it. With this, I'm also an alumni of Indore. I'm a good storyteller. I'll be telling you a lot of stories which can help you switch your journey around. Because one of the favorite question every HR is going to be asking, Shivam, why do you need to change your job? What made you dissatisfied in the last company? Or why you're looking for a change in our company? To do that, this time we have invited the top industry leaders who are going to be mentors for you, right? In this batch, we have four great mentors, right? Of course, I'll just show it to you. Then I'll again come back. We have four different mentors coming in. First, tomorrow we have Bhavish sir coming in. He's based out of Dubai, right? If anyone looking for a global opportunity now, right, and looking for change in the career to a new trajectory or new horizon, Bhavish sir will be guiding you. The best part about this batch is it's a first batch. The cohort size is very small. As in, ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको बहुत बच्चे मिलेंगे. यहाँ पे limited cohort size is there, and you will get an ample of opportunity to interact with every industry leader. Second, day to day, we have a partner of BDO joining in. His journey is very great. When you'll hear his journey, you'll be shocked to hear that कि भाई ये बंदा इस level पे कैसे बन गया? He's taken 5 attempts, 4 attempts to clear his CA final. Then he was not promoted in EY because of some office politics, and currently he's a partner with BDO, right? And he's heading the Hyderabad division. If someone imagine and has a vision to become a partner in some big fours, he's the right mentor for you. So what I've done, I've tried to invited some different leaders. Then we have Rajat Rastogi. He's a current CFO of Duroflex. He has worked with Coca-Cola, Flipkart, and he was at Udan. And currently, he's in the process of listing a private limited company into a listing front. So Duroflex is a company which is going to be getting listed. He's also going to be joining there. If someone wants to work in some listed companies or imagine himself or herself as a CFO, he's the right mentor for you. And of course, I have invited the top industry HR who is going to be guiding you and helping you to nourish your journey. So अलग-अलग mentor अलग-अलग domain के बुलाए so that you can just ensure that your CV is reaching out to the stuff. Of course, we'll also have some different mentors depending on a domain. Why? As in when we'll have a deciding of a domain. If someone wants to now switch from FP&A to IB, or someone is looking के सर अब तो start audit में फंस गए, चले गए, अब राह नहीं मिल रही है, or I'm now a big four guy who wants to switch into an industry. So definitely all the pathways will be discussed around, right? Will help you to switch your domains also. But these are the four major mentors who will be there in this journey for guiding you and helping you nourish your journey around. So that is there. With this, about my experience, I had a great experience with EY. I did my article shift from there. I also completed my journey with Udan and currently running this venture for the almost now last 5 years. Had a great presence on LinkedIn. And one of the great thing we have built out for now students around, I think the previous GR batch students did not know much, but we are very proud to say that we are the first one to build out an AI interview bot. And this bot has now reached to a next level. Now, this is a B2B product which we are building out for a lot of companies also. And we have built out a best India's resume builder. Once you'll do it out in the class, you'll get to see that okay, how these things are going to be leveraging your career to a next level. Now, before moving forward, right, moving forward to the stuff, I would request everyone to please stay focus on the screen and let me know what you can see in this image. Let's see who can answer it first. देखते हैं आयुषी, आप पहले जवाब दे पाते हो कि नहीं, क्या दिख रहा है आपको इस इमेज में, जरा बताइए. Right, I want everybody to see on the screen very carefully, and the people sitting on Zoom, if you can keep your videos on, I'll be really happy and motivated. And people on the YouTube live as well, if you can just let me know what is something you can see in the screen. Answers in the chat box. Let's see who can answer it first. देखते हैं सबसे पहले कौन आंसर कर सकता है. जल्दी जल्दी बताइए. Let's see what you can see on the screen. Okay, someone can see some planes. Okay, देखिए, you guys are qualified chartered accountants with some years of experience. The level of answer is gonna be better, expected better. है ना. आपके आंसर के जवाब जो होंगे ना, वो अच्छे चाहिए मुझे. फ्रेशली सीए, वो नए 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 सीए वाले जवाब मत देना कि सर प्लेन दिख रहा है, दो घास दिख रहा है हमें. अरे नहीं जी. We guys are envisioning you as a CFOs or a partners of some top companies and stuff, right? तो वो एक्सपेक्टेशन है कि आपसे कि आप थोड़े बढ़िया बढ़िया जवाब दें. राइट, फटाफट फटाफट. यस, आई जस्ट वांट यू टू थिंक आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स. Some people can think out of the box, some people are still scratching their head. बोले ये सब क्या है यार. चलो ठीक है. Runways in water bodies. Okay, ठीक है. Plane takeoff. Okay, got it. Different pathways. Okay, one plane waiting for other. Okay, got it, got it. uh, really like the way, मतलब thought process बहुत जबरदस्त दिया किसी ने. I really like it out. Okay, two planes ready to take off. Okay, got it. A smaller plane, no matter fight is big or small, gonna fly high, right? Very good. A plane is ready to take off, but confused which part to select. I doubt that is not the case. Okay. We are going to fly like the plane. Okay. Small plane, bigger one. Okay. Great. I have three, four thought process with this, right? I'll just come to it. What is something which is coming to my head? Of course, right? Now, please understand, this is a corporate life. Corporate life में क्या होता है? You will be told that you will be made a partner or a director if you work, or if you'll be becoming a manager if you work for 2 years or 3 years, then only you'll be promoted to that journey. आपको सपने दिखाए गए होंगे कि work here for 2 years, then we'll make you the process and do the stuff, right? This is how it goes in every corporate, typical corporate world. 2 साल काम करिए, आपको मैनेजर बना देंगे. 3 साल काम कर लिया, आपको will increase this designation for you. That is what it is. Now there are two type of people. Number one, those who always follow the pathway. नहीं यार, 2 साल बोले, 2 साल बाद मैनेजर बनूंगा, तब मैं अपनी स्विच करूंगा और तब मेरे को ग्रोथ मिलेगा. ऑफ कोर्स, फर्स्ट टाइप ऑफ पीपल, those who will stick into the corporate world कि चलो भाई 2 साल काम करेंगे and then you will switch. Second type of people is, of course, are gonna be following their own pathway. Right? When you follow your own pathway, it's gonna be a difficult journey for you, trust me. Let's say this aeroplane try to overtake this plane and try to run off. Do you think this is possible? The answer is yes. It is possible. But do you think that it is going to be requiring an extra effort and fuel to do that? The answer is yes. And this is what your journey is going to be for the next 2 months. Because please understand, you will not be able to switch a job within 2 weeks of this batch. Because journey is big. Everybody know your notice period is minimum 2 months. Minimum. I think 3 months कुछ companies की है, but minimum 2 months का journey is there. Right? Number one. Number two, please understand, when any plane takes off, it requires extra fuel. I don't know if you have read some this or not. जब कोई प्लेन उड़ता है ना, तो सबसे ज्यादा फ्यूल कंजम्पशन उड़ाई के वक्त होता है. So when we'll be taking off from tomorrow, it is going to be a tougher for you. Number three, if you could see, I don't know if you have visited or sit in the plane, because corporate ने तो बिठाया होगा कभी ना कभी, but you must have seen this. The runway is limited. Agree? The runway is limited. Similarly, the companies where you're working into, possibilities can be there. The growth might be limited in your current company. हो सकता है कि आपकी कंपनी में आपकी ग्रोथ लिमिट हो गई हो. You're not realizing it. But when you are going to be switching to a new job, of course, you'll get an exposure of new people. You'll meet new industry leaders. You'll have your CV strong. Because this is a stage where you should ensure that your domain and sector knowledge should be very, very strong. अब देखो, what is the first stage of your career? Please understand, the first stage of your career is a stage where you just work on your domain. Agree? सर आज हमको ना सर स्टार्ट ऑडिट चाहिए या फ्रेशर चाहिए. सर आई वांट अ जॉब सर, सर आई वांट टू गेट इनटू आईसीआईसी बैंक सर, होता है ना? फर्स्ट स्टेज इज जस्ट टू गेट अ जॉब, है ना? डोमेन वोमेन भी भाड़ में गया, फर्स्ट स्टेज इज लाइक गेटिंग अ जॉब ओनली, आई फील. You're now into a second stage of your life. What is the second stage of your life, guys? The second stage of your life is where you will be working on three or four major things. First thing you will be working on is your domain. सर अब बहुत हो गया, अकाउंट्स पेबल में बहुत काम कर लिया. आई वर्क a lot of in स्टार्ट ऑडिट. आई डोंट वांट स्टार्ट ऑडिट एनीमोर. होगा, आई थिंक दिल से निकल रहा होगा कुछ लोग का. आई डोंट वांट टू वर्क इनटू सर अकाउंट्स पेबल रोल और R2R रोल. बहुत हो गया सर, नहीं करनी अकाउंटिंग. So second stage of your life where you are going to be working is your domain. Second, your sector. Because please understand it. Now, if you're going to be working and sticking to one sector, your profile will be developed towards that only. Let's say you're working in the e-commerce sector for last 5 years or 4 years or 3 years. And if you don't take a switch now, your profile will be restricted to that sector. Mano ya na mano, ye kadwa sach hai. That is second. Third, of course, is the place where you know your real worth. आपको अपनी वर्थ पता पड़ गई होगी, यार मैं 10 लाख का काम कर रहा हूं महीने में और कंपनी मुझे सिर्फ 1 लाख दे रही है, राइट? दिस इज स्टेज वेर यू मस्ट हैव रियलाइज्ड इट. नंबर फोर्थ, नाउ यू नो कि भाई अब अपने को पैसा कमाना है, बिकॉज मेनी ऑफ यू वांट टू गेट सेटल इन अ लाइफ, है ना? राइट? कुछ लोग को सेटल होना है, कुछ लोग को शादी करनी है ना? कुछ लोग की ऑलरेडी हो गई है. एलन मेरे को बोल रहा था, सर अब बहुत हो गया सर, थोड़ी शादी वादी कर लेता हूँ, बच्चे अच्छे करने तो थोड़ा पैसे चाहिए, ऐसी कंपनी बताओ जहाँ पैसे मिलेंगे, है ना? बोलता है नाइजीरिया चले जाऊं क्या? मैं बोला भाई आराम से, है ना? तो ऐसा भी है. दिस इज अ स्टेज वेयर पीपल वांट टू मेक मनी एंड ऑफ कोर्स दे वांट टू डिसाइड अ लोकेशन, कि नहीं सर आई वांट टू सेटल माई सेल्फ इन बॉम्बे, दिल्ली, हैदराबाद, पुणे, चेन्नई, whichever place it is. So ये stage is very important. The level 2 of your life is very important because we are going to be working on all these things which is there, right? And that is what your journey is going to be. With this, right, I think you understand the analogy behind running a plane, and this is the place where you have to just take off. Right? One thing which is there is if you delay this run or delay this race, of course, no other plane is going to be waiting for you. मान लो कभी होता है ना कि if इंडिगो का प्लेन लेट है, जरूरी थोड़ी है कि आपके बाद जो प्लेन है वो उड़ेगा नहीं, वो तो उड़ेगा यार. Every plane will be taking off. They'll not wait for you guys. This is how the life is. I have seen the journey of the students, right, who have got also 100% hike in their career. You won't believe this. 100% hikes in their career. One of my very good friend, I'll not name him, he was working with EY in Pune office only. I'll not name him because, of course, of confidentiality issue. Right? He resigned from there. He joined one of the company, right, called as Snowflakes. Right? He joined as an early stage part of his career. Snowflakes joined here. You know what time he joined it? The time the company was switching and building their team in India. Within 5 years, his salary almost got 5x of what he was getting as a EY fresher. So let's assume he was getting 10 lakhs a year. Within 5 years, his salary is 50 lakhs. My philosophy और generally principle, एक मेरा दिमाग में एक philosophy है और वो ये है कि every 5 year minimum आपका salary double होना चाहिए, ठीक है? But what he did, which made his salary 5x, I'll also cover it in the batch. There are a lot of philosophies and things which we are not aware of, which helps us to grow fast in your career. ठीक है? Which is really important for us to know this. Sir, कैसे करना है? Of course, वो batch में सीखेंगे. So that is there. Of course, regarding the plane, I was just trying to explain you a few things, right? Which I just covered it out in a very nice way. Now, what is the stage you are into? Many of you are still into the stage where many of you don't have mentor, struggling. And of course, everything boils down to one thing, and that is the money. मानो या ना मानो, सबको अब growth चाहिए salary में. Now, to do that, we as a CMONG team will be helping you getting placed into the best companies with the best package. So हम लोग पूरा मदद करेंगे आपको. I think you, those who are part of a GR batch 1 or earlier batches are aware of to what level we'll be helping you out. We'll have a regular doubt solving sessions. You must, if you have registered it, you must have started getting a meeting links for a doubt solving session, which is there, right? So we'll help you whatever it takes. right? That is not a problem. But few people believe that doing this batch will guarantee us 100% placement, right? कोई बच्चा आके बोलता है कि सर इससे तो जॉब लग जाएगी 100%, the answer is no, right? Does not mean that we cannot guarantee you 100% placements. I'll again guarantee you three things, right? I always guarantee in all the batches. Again, number one, I'll support you till the time you get placed. Number two, if you follow what I say, trust me, you'll get into the domain and company where you want to get into. And number three, of course, I'll trouble you till the time you give me party. हाँ 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 क्या बोथ साइडेड राइट. कुछ लोगों को, नालायक लोगों ने, जो जेआर पुराने बैच के स्टूडेंट थे, उन्होंने तो पार्टी तक नहीं दी. कोई बात नहीं एलन, बाद में ले लेंगे आपसे. बट यस, don't worry, right? We'll be supporting you till the time you get placed. Now, we as a CMONG team will give our 100% to get you placed into dream companies. That is there. But the question is not this. The question always lies with your end. Are you guys ready to put your efforts? क्या आप अपनी मेहनत करने के लिए रेडी हो? मतलब this for upcoming 2 weeks. Trust me, this batch is for 2 weeks. बोलने के लिए 4 दिन का है. But are you guys ready to put your efforts for this next upcoming 2 weeks? I can't see us coming in the chat. सारे बुजुर्ग लोगों ने बैच ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, मेरे ऐसा लग रहा है यार. जवान लोगों, भाई शादी वादी नहीं हुई आधे लोगों की. जवानी दिखाओ थोड़ा. यस यस लिखो. कैन सी द एनर्जी कमिंग इन यार. चलो ग्रेट, डेफिनेटली. ठीक है, ग्रेट. रोहित तो बेचारा एकदम टेका वेका लगा के बैठा है ऐसे, बाप रे. रोहित जैन. ठीक है, चलो ग्रेट. हैप्पी टू सी दिस आउट. Now, two golden rules, right? I always say it out. One of my favorite golden rules. If you don't know the things, things can be learned. चीजें नहीं आती है तो सीखेंगे भाई. And number two is, if you're not doing it, someone else is doing it. If you're not switching your job now, someone else is doing it. If your CV is not strong, someone else's CV is strong. देखो, the curriculum and the pattern of the experienced chartered accountant is very different from freshers. I'll come to it in a while. क्या क्या चीजें बदल जाती है ना, वो आपको भी समझेगा, राइट? विच इज देयर. So that is something which is there. Few FAQs before I move forward. First, what is the mode of communication in the batch? 100% English, the way I'm speaking it now. Number two, do we get a recording for the same? The answer is yes. But I would say भाई है ही 4 दिन का लाइव सेशन, उसमें भी तुम रिकॉर्डिंग देखोगे तो क्या ही बचा. But you know what? The batch is all about interaction. You won't believe 80% of placements and job switch will be happening within the batch only. मैं आपको लिख के दे रहा हूं आज भी. ठीक है, लेट्स से निखिल इज वर्किंग विद बजाज, एलन इज वर्किंग विद ईवाई. अब निखिल को ग्रोथ चाहिए, कल्चर अच्छा है. एलन बोलता है नहीं भाई, अपने को अब थोड़ा सा सेटल होना है तो बजाज में चले जाते हैं. आपको इंटरनल स्विच ही इतने मिल जाएंगे इस बैच में कि ट्रस्ट मी, दैट इज गोना बी मेकिंग योर लाइफ इजी, राइट? किसी के लिए कुछ अच्छा हो सकता है, किसी के लिए कुछ बुरा हो सकता है, बट विद इन द बैच ओनली यूल गेट अ लॉट ऑफ रेफरेंसेस, right? That is what I can assure you, because a lot of people are joining in and people from different industry and exposure are coming in. तो जो नेटवर्क बनेगा ना, and it's of course going to be the first batch. तो सारा खेल नेटवर्किंग का ही है पूरे बैच में. That is the first thing which I'll say. Of course, we'll have a regular doubt solving after the batch. We'll have a dedicated WhatsApp group. And of course, this is the first batch, right? For me, तो it's going to be very close to my heart. है ना? तो personally, I'm going to be reviewing everyone's resume. Generally, I get it reviewed with mentor. But ये मेरे लिए पहला batch है, तो मेरे लिए भी I want to set a proper benchmark. So I'll personally review everyone's CVs that is going to be there. So a lot of things will be covered it for free. Covered it out here. So great. Let's see. Fastest finger first. Let's see who can answer this in the chat box. देखते हैं हमारे जवानों में कितनी जवानी है. Let's see. Come on. Who can answer it first? A giveaway worth rupees 500. You'll of course get small gift from my end. Let's see who can answer it in the chat box. Of course, not on the Zoom chat. It's on a YouTube live chat. यूट्यूब लाइव पे आंसर करना है. सबसे पहले जो यूट्यूब लाइव पे आंसर करेगा, जिसका भी आंसर सबसे पहले यूट्यूब लाइव में दिखेगा, इसको इज गोना बी विनर, राइट? आई विल शेयर द लिंक ऑफ यूट्यूब लाइव इफ यू डोंट हैव द सेम, राइट? आई हैव शेयर्ड द लिंक. जूम पे नहीं शेयर करना है, यूट्यूब लाइव पे करना है. इस पे कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला. कम ऑन गाइस. दिमाग से करो, दिमाग से. यूट्यूब लाइव पे आंसर देना है, यूट्यूब लाइव पे. कम ऑन यार, इट्स सिंपल. लेट्स सी हु कैन गिव द आंसर करेक्टली. यूट्यूब लाइव पे आंसर देना है. The person who gives the answer first is gonna be winner. I could see a lot of people are in the AI era. Question कॉपी है. Chat GPT, give me the correct answer. हाँ बेटा. इतना तो सीख ही लिया है चैट जीपीटी आज की तारीख में. अरे हम क्यों दिमाग लगाए. चलो ठीक है. ग्रेट. कोई परप्लेक्सिटी पे डाल रहा है, कोई कहीं और डाल रहा है. लेट्स सी. कम ऑन गाइस. स्टिल देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल हैव नॉट गिवन द करेक्ट आंसर. ठीक है. मानसी कह रही है 25. ओह माय गॉड. चलो ठीक है. 25 तो नहीं होगा. ठीक है. विल अनाउंस द विनर एट द एंड. दैट मूविंग फॉरवर्ड. लेट्स मूव टू द करिकुलम. व्हाट इज गोना बी कवर्ड. राइट. दिस इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट यही है हमारे बैच में. ठीक है. चलो डन. So day one, tomorrow morning, we'll start the session at 7 a.m. sharp. So you're requested to wake up early in the morning. नींद में मत आना उठ के. है ना. Presence sir. So request you to please wake up early in the morning. All right. We'll have a ice breaking session tomorrow at 7 to 9. Right. Networking and ice breaking will be happening in early in the morning. Right. With this, we'll be interacting with Bhavesh Bhai. He's going to be joining at 9:30. So every day around 8:30 or 9, you'll have your breakfast time for half an hour. 30 minutes break will be given to you, right? So that you can get yourself fresh and you can have your breakfast. Then every day we'll have a different industry leader joining it. Then we'll move to very important part on resume building and Naukri session. Please understand the CV which you have prepared for a freshly qualified CA is completely different from an experienced chartered accountant. एक छोटा सा डिफरेंस है. आप एक्सपीरियंस चार्टर्ड अकाउंट में एजुकेशन डिटेल्स जो होता है बहुत छोटा सा डालते हैं. Right? It's all about presentation and showing your details in a very different manner, which I'll cover in the tomorrow's class. How do you prepare your summary? How do you present your work experience? How do you present your articleship journey? I'll give you different templates of CV which will change your mind. Right? ये बहुत important है. Please understand. Resume is something which is something very, very important. And you'll be expected to complete your resume by 2 days. मतलब कि सैटरडे को सेशन रहेगा. अगर आपका ऑफिस नहीं है यू विल बी एक्सपेक्टेड टू कंप्लीट एंड शेयर द रिज्यूमेस बाय संडे. ठीक है. एंड इफ यू डू इट मार्क ऑन. इफ यू डोंट डू इट यू विल बी गिवन अ वीक टाइम टू डू इट एंड विद इन अ वीक यू हैव टू सबमिट इट. इफ यू सबमिट इट आफ्टर 13th आई विल नॉट रिव्यू योर रिज्यूमे. मैं नहीं करूंगा रिव्यू. ठीक है. आपको एक गूगल ड्राइव दिया जाएगा. 13 तक आपको रिज्यूम सबमिट करना है. अगर आप करोगे तो रिव्यू होगा. नहीं करोगे तो नहीं होगा. ठीक है. एज सिंपल एज दिस. व्हाई आई एम डूइंग दिस. टाइमलाइन. टाइमलाइन रहेगा तो आप झक मार के काम करोगे. नहीं तो फिर वही ऑफिस जैसा. अरे यार सीवी बनाना बोरिंग काम तो है बट ठीक है करना तो पड़ेगा ना. जॉब बदलना है तो इट्स अ टाइम कंज्यूमिंग टास्क. आई नो दैट. बट वंस यू विल डू इट ट्रस्ट मी इट्स गोना बी फॉरएवर फॉर योर लाइफ व्हिच इज देयर. देन we'll have very important session. Email writing and team building activities in the sessions are going to be there because I'll also now work with you guys on your leadership role. I just envision yourself as a CFO and CEOs. तो कुछ ऐसी qualities है which I wanted to take it in this session which will help you to develop some leadership qualities. So that is why we'll be allocating everybody to a team, and this team allocation is going to be done based on the domain and sectors you're working in, plus domain and sectors you want to get into. So I'll put a people of a same mindset together, and I'll also try to put a people from a same city. जैसे कि आप there are Nikhil is like sir I want to get a job in Bombay only. तो मैं निखिल को वही बंदे के साथ टीम में डालूंगा जो बॉम्बे में जॉब ढूंढ रहा है. तो on day one we'll have a team allocation. And day two pay will create a team based on your city wise and the domain wise which is there. ये बहुत important benchmark रहेगा because you guys can internally meet each other. Plus you can leverage this network to next level. Okay, that is there. Then we'll have a partner of BDO joining it. He'll guide you if someone wants to become a partner. He has a great exposure into an industry. So he'll guide you if you want to switch to an industry, what things you need to do. Plus, one of my favorite session is, of course, on LinkedIn, but there are few things which you don't know about LinkedIn, which has changed over a period of time. And nowadays, you can use a lot of AI stuff to ensure that your LinkedIn is leverage to next level. Plus, उसके साथ साथ on day two, we are going to be making a list of companies where you can switch easily. है ना. ये हम क्लास में ही बैठ के बनाएंगे. Right? We'll make a list of companies where you can switch easily. And for that, you will get some assignment to be done. Right? कि आपने say for example, you're currently working with Amazon. So I'll give you and I'll ask you to prepare a list of companies where you can easily switch. I'll tell you how to make it in the class itself. Let's say you say Flipkart, then you say Zepto, Zomato. ये पूरी एक list बनाओगे. After that is done, I'll give you one assignment to start applying into these companies because your CV is already reviewed, right? And parallelly, you know which company to get into. And by the time, if you're not able to do it within a week, I'll try to help you out with some references and connects in the next week of our class, which is there. ठीक है, तो आपका एक नेटवर्क और रेफरेंसेस ऑलरेडी बैकग्राउंड सेट हो जाएगा और आपको एक लेवरेज मिलेगा. देखो, इफ यू पुट एन एफर्ट इन द बैच, यू विल गेट आउटकम. इफ यू डोंट पुट इट, God will help you out. Trust me, guys, from 6th to 14th, if you're serious in my class, you'll be easily able to switch a job. If you're not, don't worry, someone else is. आप नहीं हो तो कोई और तो है ही है. राइट, लोगों की कमी थोड़ी है, मेहनत करने वालों की कमी नहीं है. सवाल यह है कि आप कितने मेहनत कर रहे हो. ठीक है, दैट इज दैट. Then, of course, we'll have some HR questions because the perspective of HR is very important and very different here, right? Because the first question they are going to be asking you in HR round is, why do you want to change? What you have learned in your previous organization? Why don't you take your internal transfer? Right? So that is really important. With this, the most important session which becomes as an experienced chartered accountant is salary negotiation. Fresher level पे कोई negotiate नहीं करता है. मानो या ना मानो, ये सत्य वचन है. 10-20 हजार 50,000 बढ़ेंगे fresher level पे. Experience level पे you can increase your salary till 15 lakh also. It's all about game of how you put the words forward. How do you put it, right? How do you exchange the offer letters? How do you show a counter offer letter to an HR? ये skill हम सिखाएंगे आपको, which is very important. Parallelly, we also need to help you out preparing for technicals because depending on which domain you're getting into, it's all about preparing your technicals at the end of a day and speaking more about your company where you're working into, right? And why, let's say, what you have worked on in your previous organization, that need to be done in a very presentable manner. With this, we'll have Rajat Rastogi sir joining in on Saturday, which is on 13th, and 14th ko we have Richa ma'am joining in. You know her journey, Richa ma'am's ka journey, you'll be shocked to hear this. She's a qualified chartered accountant, turned into HR with I think around 20 odd years of experience. मतलब एक CA HR बन गई. ये वो person है. तो I just find out her and I just wanted to be her in the session because she's working as a very senior leadership role and she is going to be guiding you for this. They love to interact with her. एक CA HR बन गया अपने career trajectory में, मतलब without doing an MBA. So it's very new area. So she'll give you a different perspective of thinking. She'll tell you what CVs are genuinely good or bad. Right? आपने CV में और क्या डालना चाहिए, हम क्या देख रहे हैं, and all the perspective she's going to be giving it to you. And we'll also have a mock interview at the end of a day, right? Because by this time you'll be expected to be prepared, and on the last at the end of a day will be ensuring that you have a mock interview. After that, we'll have a weekly connect, right, with doubt solving and other stuff. Because I'll not leave you here. We'll have a regular weekly connect around. You'll have a regular doubt solving sessions. I think if you already registered, you must have started getting a lot of mails regarding the stuff regarding the doubt solving which is there. Important is I just want you to get succeed in your career, and I always see you as a CFO of organization. So that is what is expected. Batch इतना रहेगा, but इसके साथ साथ if you need some additional session, कि sir, I want myself to switch to different country, can we have one more session, or definitely we'll plan it out for you guys. So that is never a problem. But major focus यहाँ तक रहेगा. The problematic and the difficult portion of this batch is only one. You know what, सौम्या जी, सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत क्या है कि आपको इस पूरे बैच में एक चीज बता देता हूँ. One, and that is you have to do the task with your office. मतलब 8th to 12th, this 4-5 days, 6 days is not going to be easy days of your life. क्योंकि क्या है कि उसमें मैं आपको बोलूंगा सीवी भी बना के लाओ, लिंक्डइन भी ठीक करके लाओ, लिंक्डइन पे 10 लोग को मैसेज भी करके आओ. तो दैट इज एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रॉम इट, एंड बिकॉज इफ आई डोंट गिव इट टू यू, यू विल नॉट नेवर डू इट इन योर लाइफ. तो आपकी जो सिक लीव और पेड लीव बची है ना, बची है थोड़ी थोड़ी, हाँ, तो उसको एनकैश करने का टाइम आ रहा है अभी, है ना. तो जस्ट एंश्योर दैट यू पुट योर सिक लीव ऑन फ्राइडे एंड गेट योर स्टफ डन. प्लीज डू इट. आई एम सीरियस ऑन दैट नोट. रीजन बीइंग कि आप अपने करियर के लिए काम कर रहे हो ना. बॉस तो हमेशा ही चाहेगा कि आप हमेशा मेरे साथ जुड़े रहो बिकॉज आप अच्छा काम करते हो. बट द प्रॉब्लम इज यू हैव टू सी फॉर योर करियर ना, राइट. आपको तो अपना करियर बनाना है. ही इज गोना बी मेकिंग यू रिटेन बिकॉज ही वांट टू बिल्ड हिज करियर. व्हाई हिज करियर? बिकॉज इफ एट्रिशन रेट इज हाई, हिज प्रमोशन विल नॉट बी देयर. सीधी बात है. भाई तुम्हें तो अपना करियर बनाना है ना. तो हो सकता है तो एक दिन छुट्टी ले लेना. बिकॉज क्या है कि आई वॉज ऑल्सो प्लानिंग टू हैव अ सिमुलेशन इन दिस बैच, बट आई डोंट नो हाउ मच यूल सपोर्ट. दिस सिमुलेशन डालेंगे तो और टाइम लग जाएगा. You'll require to put more efforts here, but let's see. And the more you support, the more we'll be happy to set a different benchmark here. What we'll get it out here additionally with this batch is, of course, you'll get additional 500 coins on tools.cmonk.com. Now, why I'm emphasizing so much on our this website, tools.cmonk.com, is because I don't know for the previous batch students are aware of this or not, but we have built out this resume builder here. It's a world-class resume builder which we have built out. I'll not open the first one. I'll just open the different resume. right? There are a lot of new resumes templates which you can use it out here and prepare it your CV through this. Right, very nice template-based CVs, and no need to make a CV in the Word file. Although you can use any website which is there, but of course we have a lot of templates on double side, single side, right? कुछ ऐसे ऐसे templates है जो आपको use करोगे तो मजा आ जाएगा, right? You can change your color, you can change your details out. You feel like this color is not good, you change the color and use this out. Because a lot of templates are there. Resume scorer भी यहीं डाल दिया अभी. So you'll need a lot of stuff around where you can just ensure that your CV is getting better and better. राइट तो रिव्यू हो जाएगा यहाँ पे मॉक इंटरव्यू प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगा आपका राइट तो ऑल दोस थिंग्स विल बी टेकन केयर ऑफ इन दिस बॉट तो you'll get additional 500 coins which is there right once you are a part of this batch ठीक है that is one just let me share the screen again second we'll be focusing more on the networking side this batch 20th of September को I've invited one of my very good friend his name is Parth he is based out of US ठीक है तो if anyone is looking for a job in US you'll be happy to interact with him in a close cohorts right he'll tell you how you can switch your profile to US right he was working with Grand Thornton in India then he moved to UAE from UAE he switched to US right and he's almost earning at twice what Indian Big Four partner earn at the age of 31 तो ऐसे भी लोग हैं right हमारे पास तो उनसे भी I'll just ensure that you interact with him so building a network with top industry leaders you'll be doing that plus you'll of course get a reference with the community we have a regular doubt solving session support till the time you get placed. Additional master classes, if you want, you will get it at 50% off. And of course, we are launching a new course, and that is on AI for finance. So that is what you'll get free of cost. Right. So it's a win-win situation. I don't know what price we'll be launching, and mostly we launch at 1,999 only. So वो आपको एक free में दे रहे हैं. The reason being our first community, you have shown the trust on us. So it's time for us also to give you and give back. One question which a lot of people will ask me, कि sir, how it is different from earlier GR batch, right? क्या अलग है इसमें? Number one, here, the people, those who have joined the batch are minimum 1.5 years of experience. एक आधी साल वाला भी कोई हो सकता है, but this batch is exclusively for experienced chartered accountant. If you have joined as a freshly qualified CA, sorry, you have joined the wrong batch. हम ले ही नहीं रहे. अगर आप फ्रेशर दिखे बैच में भैया आपको थैंक यू बोलेंगे और आपको रिफंड कर देंगे. ठीक है क्योंकि आप गलत बैच में आ गए हो. ये आपके लिए है ही नहीं. ठीक है दूसरा इट्स ओनली फॉर अ क्वालिफाइड चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट प्रेफरेबली विद 1 year on 1 year plus years of experience, which is there. And a fresher के लिए ये batch नहीं है, right? If you want to switch a batch, you can register for GR. It's not GR 2.0, it's for experience. Number two, the way of preparing a resume is different. Tomorrow morning, you will itself understand it. The way of using a LinkedIn, Naukri, and HR questions are far different. Because when you prepare your profile for experienced chartered accountant in Naukri and other places, it's very, very different. How to hunt a job in a Naukri is completely different for experienced chartered accountant. राइट तो ये बहुत सी ऐसी चीजें हैं जो आपको समझना पड़ेगा और एआई एरा में यू हैव टू गेट योर हैंड्स डर्टी तो जो एआई का कोर्स बन रहा है इट इज गोना बी फॉर ऑटोमेशन फॉर फाइनेंस फॉर यू गाइस so I will be focusing on you guys to put this course on your CV also reason the time you can prove to a new company saying that देखो सर पूरे macros रन करते आते हैं मेरे को I can automate all the tasks I know how to run Python query also I know how to automate the things out वो बोलेगा भाई आजा and automatically your salary high become double तो वो कोर्स इसलिए मैं आपके बैच में इनकॉर्पोरेट कर रहा हूँ सो दैट यू कैन ऑटोमेटिकली प्रूव इट आउट दैट यू कैन गेट इनटू द गुड कंपनीज ठीक है तो दिस थिंग्स आर गोना बी कवर्ड हियर इन दिस बैच राइट आई नो देयर आर फ्यू ऑफ द क्वेरीज व्हिच यू गाइस मस्ट बी हैविंग राइट सो दैट you it is going to be helping out yes I think one question someone has asked me sir any batch for CA fresher beta CA fresher के लिए मैं बता देता हूँ which batch is there interview prep में जाना go to your favorite website cmonk.com interview prep side में once you'll go right you'll see interview preparation workshop this is for CA fresher GI 2.0 it's for experienced chartered accountant right अब फ्रेशर वाले की बैच जो आएगी वो अभी नहीं आ रही है वो थोड़ी लेट आएगी विच इज कमिंग फ्रॉम 22nd of September ठीक है GR जो लाइव है ये तो इधर ही है विच इज देयर तो दैट इज गोना बी फ्रॉम 6, 7, 13, 14 ठीक है दैट इज देयर है ना अगर फ्रेशर वाला है तो फ्रेशर वाला ये रिकॉर्डेड बैच भी ले सकता है और ये लाइव वाला है तो लाइव वाला भी ले सकता है दिस इज फॉर प्री रिजल्ट बैच ऑफ September राइट जिसमें सिमुलेशन रहेगा और डिटेल्स आर गिवन टू यू गाइस done I'll be open for questions now right whatever questions you have I'll be happy to take it I have 3 months of experience can I join this batch नो बेटा आप 3 months वालों को नॉट अलाउड बिकॉज हम लोग सीवी ही अलग टेम्पलेट में बनाएंगे अलग ही फॉर्मेट रहेगा तो आपको काफी सारी चीजें ना वो नहीं मजा आएगा मतलब टू बी ऑनेस्ट आई वुड रिकमेंड यू, जिसका 1 साल से कम का एक्सपीरियंस है, यू आर सपोज टू रजिस्टर योर सेल्फ फॉर GIR ओनली, नॉट GIR 2.0, right? CMA freshly qualified person is supposed to be joining GIR only, not GIR 2.0. GIR 2.0 is preferably 1 year and above experience, which is there. Yes, I'll unmute you. Don't worry. I'll just take the doubts from the chat, beta. Then I'll be able to do it. Also, this course is going to be helpful for the people who had cleared a CA, right? Has worked for a few months and then have taken some gap in the career and then wants to resume back. उनके लिए भी helpful रहेगा. So don't worry about it. विच इज देयर, बिकॉज कुछ लोग बीच में यूपीएससी की तैयारी करने बैठ जाते हैं और MBA की तैयारी करने बैठ जाते हैं, तो उनको भी हेल्पफुल रहेगा. डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. ठीक है, तो दैट इज गोना बी हेल्पिंग आउट. No, no, sir. GR81 batch is relevant for CMA freshly qualified. Yes, the answer is yes. नहीं तो आपका रॉन्ग डोमेन चूज हो गया, एंड इफ यू आर फ्रेशर तो भाई वो तो फ्रेशर वाला GR में ही जाएगा, इसमें नहीं आएगा बेटा. इट्स फॉर सिंपल है भाई, जिसका एक्सपीरियंस है जर्नी में उसी के लिए बैच है, बाकी के लिए नहीं है. Sir, is recording available? The answer is yes. Again, I'm saying it out to you. Recording will not be much of a help in the batch. Reason being, पहले ही 4 दिन का बैच है. दूसरा, teams allocation will be there. Number 3, lot of activity will be team based. Number 4, it's more of interaction. Number 5, you'll interact with industry leaders and mentors. So recommended है live आओ. ठीक है, मेरे को क्या है, मेरे को तो रिकॉर्डिंग देने में क्या ही जा रहा है यार. बट इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन में अभी भी बोलता हूँ, पहले भी बोला हूँ, आगे भी बोलूंगा, इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन कैन नॉट बी डन विदाउट बाय वाचिंग वीडियोस. आप नहीं कर सकते यार. आपको प्रिपेयर करना पड़ेगा, बोलना पड़ेगा, फीडबैक लेना पड़ेगा, राइट? यू हैव टू स्पीक, यू हैव टू इंटरेक्ट, है ना? डू वी गेट वन ऑन वन विद डाउट्स विद यू? यस, यू कैन डिस्कस विद मी. काफी सारा डाउट सॉल्विंग सेशन होता है कुछ, तो डोंट वरी अबाउट इट, राइट? वी हैव अ रेगुलर डाउट सॉल्विंग सेशन. अच्छा, फीस, ओ माय गॉड, है ना? तो वेबसाइट ही नहीं देगा मतलब. ठीक है, फीस इज 2999. 2999. मैं सोचा फीस कम कर देता हूँ, बट निर्मला दीदी ने GST कम नहीं किया हमारा, दगा दे दिया हमको. हम पे 18% ही है भाई, है ना? तो वी आर नॉट अंडर द रिड्यूस रेट, राइट? वी आर अंडर द हायर रेट ओनली, राइट? है ना? वी आर अंडर द हायर रेट ओनली. कोई बात नहीं, दीदी को डालेंगे, हमारी भी रेट कम करो. ठीक है. आई वांट टू मूव टू दुबई. विल दिस बैच बी हेल्पफुल? द आंसर इज यस, राइट? इसलिए तो दोस्त डे 1 पे आपको दुबई के मेंटर से ही बुला रहे हैं, राइट? सिंह साहब, तुम तो पुराने खिलाड़ी हो हमारे बैच के, राइट? तो भाविश सर आ रहे हैं डे 1 पे. ही विल बी गाइडिंग यू हाउ व्हाट थिंग्स नीड टू बी डन इन द दुबई, एंड आई विल आल्सो बी हेल्पिंग आउट जिसको स्विच करना है फ्रॉम एक्सपीरियंस टू अ डिफरेंट ग्लोबल कंपनीज, ग्लोबल थिंग्स आउट. तो दैट इज देयर. एनी डिस्काउंट फॉर अर्लियर स्टूडेंट? नालायको, तुमसे तो ज्यादा पैसे लेने चाहिए. आप तो पैसा कमाए हो. तुम तो क्या इसको कंपनी में क्लेम करोगे, इसको एडिट करोगे? मुझे पता है तुम लोग क्या करने वाले हो. मैं बताऊं क्या करोगे? यू विल टेक द बिल, है ना? सर बोलेंगे सर थोड़ा इसका बिल दे देना. बिल लोगे और उसको एडिट करोगे, और एडिट करके कंपनी में क्लेम करोगे कहीं तो, है ना? लर्निंग एंड डेवलपमेंट. हमको भी पता है कहाँ जाने वाला है ये, है ना? इसमें डालोगे ना लर्निंग एंड डेवलपमेंट में. अलाउ होता है ना, कंपनीज अलाउ हैव अ बजट फॉर दिस. चेक कर लेना, HR पॉलिसी में चेक करना. ठीक है. Sir, I have a 1 year post-qualifier experience, then a career gap. Yes, it is going to be helping you out. I'm working with Global Start Audit. I want to change a career to FP&A. I have completed 1 year. Will this batch be helpful to you? The answer is yes. The only question is, are you ready to work hard? अभी तो यहाँ पे आप वीडियो बंद करके बैठे हो, आराम से टीका लगा के बैठे हो, बट इन माई बैच आई विल नॉट अलाउ दिस, बिकॉज of course this is my first batch, so I want to set a different benchmark here, right? And I'm of course envisioning you guys into a different trajectory and growth level, है ना? तो मेरा सपना थोड़ा अलग है आपको लेके, कि मैं चाहता हूँ कि यार यहाँ से ना थोड़े इंडस्ट्री लीडर बन के निकले कोई लोग. तो मैं उस पर्सपेक्टिव से आपको देख रहा हूँ, क्योंकि क्या है, वो फ्रेशर वाला क्राउड जो होता है ना, थोड़ा सा कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा सा इमेच्योर होता है चीजों को लेके. व्हेन आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग यू गाइस कमिंग टू माय सेशन टुमारो, आई विल हैव सम मैच्योर टॉक्स विद यू, है ना? मतलब वहीं पे नहीं अटकेंगे सर ये लिंक कैसे क्लिक करना, सर ये रीनेम कैसे होता है सर, ये सब नहीं एक्सपेक्टेड रहेगा, बिकॉज यू गाइस हैव ऑलरेडी यूज्ड एक्सेल, यू गाइस हैव ऑलरेडी यूज्ड जूम, right? So I was be expecting कि you will be bringing some quality of discussion out in the class, है ना? हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं रेपो रेट, हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं US पॉलिसी, थोड़ा सा एक्सपेक्टेड रहेगा गाइस, आप समझो, है ना? मेरे को थोड़ा सा बेंचमार्क अलग सेट कर रहा हूँ मैं इस चीज के लिए, बिकॉज आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट यू ऑलरेडी आर ब्रिंगिंग सम गुड नॉलेज, राइट? तो दैट इज है. ब्रेक टाइम में विल बी डिस्कसिंग अबाउट सम पॉलिसीज एंड स्टफ. है ना, स्टार्ट ऑडिट टू कंट्रोलरशिप और एफपीएनए विच इज गुड फॉर अ फ्यूचर करियर, ऑफ कोर्स बेटा, विल डिस्कस इन द क्लास, डोंट वरी. Right. Tomorrow meeting link, you'll get it out in your Google Calendar. Please check your Google Calendar and the mail itself. Right. Please wake up early in the morning. है ना. और अपने दीदी भैया जो भी हैं, अब तक तो कुछ लोग के बन गए होंगे. राइट. हाँ, तो दीदी भैया को बोल देना कि उठा दे हमें सुबह. ठीक है ना. तो अनुराग कह रहा था मेरी वाली अलग है, तो कल पता पड़ेगा कितनी अलग है. ठीक है, तो उनको उसको बोल देना कि भाई सुबह 7 बजे क्लास है, उठा देना मुझे. है ना. बात तो देखो 1 बजे तक ही करना पड़ेगा, वो बात अलग है, बट 7 बजे उठ जाना. ठीक है, चलो ग्रेट. जो सवाल थोड़ा बहुत डिस्कशन लाइटर नोट पे रखेंगे. ओके. Then we'll take some doubts from YouTube Live. How is CMA plus IM MBA in a career in finance? Of course, it's good, but we can discuss it in detail. Uh, just completed a start audit masterclass. It was great. Thank you, buddy. I have 11 months of experience, and where I was working has a close and departments as a gap of 6 year. And then my career, I wish to transition. Yes, this course is going to be helping you out, Riddhi Shah. Don't worry. I have 9 months of experience in IT audit, and I want to switch to an FP&A. Is this batch going to be helping you out? The answer is yes. Shivam ji, but थोड़ी सी मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. That is going to be there. है ना. शिवम दीक्षित इधर भी लिख दिया, उस पे भी लिख दिया. For GIR students, doubt solving session will be conducted, right? Can I ask my queries at that time? Yes, कभी भी पूछ सकते हो. Regular doubt solving रहेगा. और आपके लिए थोड़े से अलग डाउट सॉल्विंग भी रखेंगे, which is only for experienced chartered accountant. है ना, ताकि कोई प्रॉब्लम ना हो. एंड वन ऑफ द यूएसपी विच वी हैव इन द बैच, आई डोंट नो द पीपल हु हैव डन अ जीआर बैच विल नोज दिस, एंड दैट इज वी डोंट लीव अ क्लास टिल द लास्ट डाउट इज सॉल्व. जब तक के डाउट खत्म नहीं होते हम बैठे रहते हैं. ठीक है. कोई कह रहा है फनरात्रि नहीं कराओगे इसमें, देखते हैं. है ना. तो माहौल बनेगा तो बना देंगे, फनरात्रि भी कर लेंगे. आपके ऊपर है, देखो, इट्स अप टू यू हाउ मच कंटेंट यू आर एबल टू टेक इट आउट, राइट, हाउ मच एक्साइटमेंट यू शो. मेरा एक और इसमें थॉट प्रोसेस है कि इफ देर आर 4-5 cities there are people based out of, so we'll also plan a small meetup so that you guys can have a good networking around the people. है ना. तो एक मीटअप भी प्लान करेंगे उसके साथ साथ, तो क्या मजा भी आएगा. ठीक है. एनीवेज इन सितंबर वी आर प्लानिंग वन सिटी, होपफुली बैंगलोर और हैदराबाद प्लान करेंगे. लास्ट वी हैड बॉम्बे एंड दिल्ली, so now it's part for South India. I think mostly we'll do Bangalore. Let's see. ठीक है. So we'll need your help. नॉट रजिस्टर्ड फॉर द बैच, कैन आई रजिस्टर नाउ? द आंसर इज यस. भाई कल 7 बजे से पहले कभी भी कर लो, क्योंकि एक बार बैच चालू हो गई तो फिर आपको वही मिस आउट फील होगा. फिर है ना, ले तो लूंगा मैं रजिस्ट्रेशन, है ना, क्योंकि मैं भी थोड़ा सा लालची हूँ, बट आपका लॉस हो जाएगा ना, दिक्कत वो है ना. तो तुम डे 2 पे आओगे, बोलेगा सर बताओ क्या हुआ, मैं बोलूंगा रिकॉर्डिंग देख लो. तो अगेन दैट इज गोना बी अ प्रॉब्लम फॉर यू, बट आई वुड हाईली रिकमेंड कि आप 7 बजे के पहले रजिस्टर कर लो. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा मजाक कर रहा था. ठीक है, डोंट वरी. I want to know something which is possible if GR81 batch for freshly qualified CMAs. Is it possible to interact for 2 days? नहीं, if you are a CMA and you want to interact, register for GR82 बेटा. GR82 आपके लिए, जहाँ पे पूरी बैच लाइव है, which is there. Hello, Pawan Kumar is saying full busy office season. Wondering how I should do this. Pawan, एक चीज बोलूं, काम तो आजीवन रहेगा भाई. करियर का टाइम चला गया ना तो फिर बाद में दिक्कत होगी. ये बात ध्यान में रखना. बॉस तो पूरा निचोड़ लेगा. बॉस विल गिव यू सो मच ऑफ अ वर्क, ही विल मेक यू फील लाइक कि यू आर द ओनली वन हु हैज टू डू अ वर्क. वो आपको हमेशा ऐसा ही फील करवाएगा, बोलेगा देख यार वो तो काम नहीं करता, तू कर दे, यू आर द की रिसोर्स यार. वो आपको हमेशा यही फील करवाएगा. दैट इज ऑफिस पॉलिटिक्स बेटा. और जब प्रमोशन की बारी आएगी तो आपको नहीं देगा, वो किसी और को देगा. रील तो देखते ही होगे. ठीक है, तो दैट इज देयर. देखो मैं कहता हूँ कि काम तो होता रहेगा यार. बोल देना सर घर पे थोड़ा सा दादी बीमार है, आई हैव टू गो अर्ली, आई हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ हर, खत्म. किसी को कर दो बीमार, सर एक हफ्ता सर थोड़ा बिजी रहूंगा, बोल दो. है ना. आई हेट द कल्चर. ठीक है बेटा, ठीक है. ये तो दिल से बोल रही है. रागिनी जी भी पुरानी स्टूडेंट है हमारी. चलो ग्रेट. इफ यू टेक रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर ऑफ जीआर विल यू पर्सनली गाइड? हाँ, तो डाउट सॉल्विंग होता है बेटा. डाउट सॉल्विंग में आप आ सकते हो. डाउट सॉल्विंग होता है रिकॉर्डेड, लेके रेगुलर डाउट सॉल्विंग में आ सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. ठीक है, दैट इज देयर. ओके, डन डन डन. आई थिंक यूट्यूब से अगर कोई डाउट है तो ले लेते हैं, नहीं तो फिर क्लोज करेंगे. राइट. आई थिंक द पर्सन हु गेव द करेक्ट आंसर, अब आप विनर भी अनाउंस कर देते हैं. आई थिंक द आंसर वाज 1225 if I'm not wrong. Right, I think that was a right answer for this is there. Of course, we'll take the doubts from the Zoom. जिसको personal interact करना होगा, we'll take your doubts. The answer is 1 to 25, and the first person who gave the correct answer is Mr. Allen. Right? Allen ने पता नहीं इससे क्या चैट जीपीटी चलाई और इसने आंसर ढूंढ ली, बट ठीक है. राइट, तो एलन, ऑफ कोर्स यू गिव मी योर ईमेल आईडी, विल सेंड यू अ गिव अवे. ठीक है दोस्तों, आपका ईमेल आईडी दे देना. ठीक है, डन. अगर यूट्यूब से किसी को डाउट है तो विल टेक इट आउट, अदरवाइज विल क्लोज द यूट्यूब लाइव एंड विल बी हैप्पी टू इंटरेक्ट विद द पीपल ऑन जूम. राइट, क्योंकि काफी सारे लोग हैं जूम पे जिनको कुछ ना कुछ इंटरेक्ट करना है, तो हैप्पी टू इंटरेक्ट विद देम. ठीक है, आई थिंक यूट्यूब से ऑल द डाउट्स आर कवर्ड. इज सीएमए ग्रेट अचीवमेंट फॉर सीए इन करियर इन फाइनेंस? देखो, सीएमए का भी आजकल रिक्रूटमेंट स्पेस काफी ग्रो अप हो चुका है. राइट, लॉट ऑफ गुड कंपनीज आर पेइंग अ गुड सैलरी. It's all about having a strong CV. That is going to be helping out if you're a CMA. Because the problem with CMA is their CVs are not that great. It's a fact. CMA का CV देखते हो तो कुछ रहता ही नहीं है, सिर्फ एजुकेशन डिटेल और नाम और एड्रेस लिख देते हैं और दे देते सीवी. तो वो सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत है आप लोगों का. इफ यू हैव अ गुड एक्सपोजर तो यू कैन जस्ट चेंज द थिंग्स अराउंड. ठीक है, तो दैट इज दैट. So done. I think I'm closing YouTube live. अगर किसी को और डाउट रहेगा regarding the batch, right, you can just put it out in the comment section. So we will be happy to help you out. ठीक है, तो जिसको कोई डाउट रहेगा YouTube लाइव वाले, आप कमेंट सेक्शन में डाल सकते हो. Zoom वाले रुक जाइए, we'll be happy to